I say this, I don't mean it to sound harsh, but winners and losers have the same desires, the same goals, the same dreams. What separates them isn't the goals or the dreams. More so, it's the systems they built for their life. That's what ends up defining them. Because we don't rise to the level of our goals, we fall to the level of our systems. And I truly believe 9 out of 10 people who are attempting to change, create a better life, whether it be getting in shape or making more money or just figuring out a way to feel better and get their energy back, they have the goals. They just don't have the right systems behind them. 99 out of 100 diets I see or fit life advice that I see, it won't work because it can't work. It's fundamentally flawed, missing critical pieces to the systems. And I really only say this because for nearly 15 years, I banged my head against a wall, running the wrong systems, things that could never work, eating clean, following these macro-based centered diets that were calorie obsessed, endless amounts of chicken and rice and salads and oatmeal and egg whites, until I finally realized after hitting absolute rock bottom, my body broke down, nutrient deprived, mentally a mess, all sorts of health problems, just miserable, depressed. The thing that was killing me was my outdated systems and beliefs, systems that just were broken. They could never last. It didn't matter how much discipline I had, how hard I worked. But back to the core point, our goals won't define us or move the needle in our life as much as our systems will. But if you have the wrong systems and you aren't willing to self-analyze and step back and repair those systems, learn to adapt and continue growing your knowledge, the knowledge you're going to need to improve those systems, you're not going to get far. And it's so easy to just fall into the old programming and conditioning, and those ruts that you fall into are hard as hell to get out of. So all the goals, the discipline, the hustle, it doesn't mean anything. You need a plan and systems and to be willing to adapt and pivot and improve on those as you accumulate the knowledge you're going to need to build the proper system. So no, you can't just set vague goals like everybody does. That's why everybody doesn't end up at the 5%. Rather, get crystal clear on a vision. And once you have that vision, and it's as clear as it can possibly be, you reverse engineer the systems that you're going to need to build to put in place to actually achieve the vision. And never be so stubborn or proud that you can't step back and assess the roadmap that you're currently on, because a lot of people will spend years digging for gold, like I said, where there was never any to begin with. So having that self-awareness, the humility to step back and realize that you've been digging where you shouldn't be, can save you a lifetime of regret. Ask questions, surround yourself with people smarter than you, forever just adjusting your sales, improving your systems. If I hadn't, I honestly don't think I'd be alive today, because I was on a pretty dark path and completely changing my systems, how I eat, how I train, how I design my days, my weeks, live my life, gave me my fucking health back and gave me my fucking life back. So rather than continue to live blindly following the status quo that was never going to get me where I wanted to go, the way I live now allows me to have a life that I can actually enjoy, have freedom, flexibility the way I want, still be in shape, still sustain single-digit body fat. But the systems I have built for my life around me now that work for me was the difference maker. And life looks completely different now than it did back then.